I live inside my own world of make-believe.
Welcome, fellow Fusioners, Carrot King here, and today we are going over some of the new league cards and some of the new league things. This is the first real big Zexal leaks we've gotten. We now have Xyz monsters actually in the code, so this is very exciting. We have 3 characters from what it looks like. We have Yuma Tsukumo, Bronk Stone, and Tori Meadow. So we got 2 of the lesser known characters, Bronk Stone and Tori. They're kind of more side characters, cheer the duels on. And Yuma Tsukumo, who is the main protagonist. So basically, we have GAGAGA Magician, which is one of his main cards before he has any Xyz summoning. Once per turn, you can declare level 1 through 8. And this card's level becomes that level until the end phase. You only control 1 GAGAGA Magician. And this card can't be used as a Synchro material, so it won't be able to attack into Synchro decks. But that's pretty good for attacking other decks to try to get the levels if you're having trouble getting multiple monsters out with higher levels. You may see some play of that. I think Xyz will really come down to what levels we get, because from what we see in the things, I don't see a Utopia, so I'm thinking Utopia is either a one-of as a in his deck, or we're going to get it in the box, which is possible. Like, they did that for all 5Ds, so it's not unheard of to expect it in this one. We got a Go-Go-Go Golem. Once per turn, this defensive position monster cannot be destroyed by battle, so you can set it. It can be hit. I think there's another Go-Go-Go monster that can, like, bring this back. Bring a Go-Go-Go back. It doesn't seem too powerful there. I'd rather use another level 4 that can just summon on itself onto the field for a Synchro. But yeah, his first Xyz is level 3, surprisingly, because he has level 4, I guess you can gesture level for GAGAGA. But we got Tempo, the Percussion Djinn. He has 2 level 3 monsters, and you can overlay them. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can attach 1 Xyz material, target 1 face-up Xyz monster your opponent controls, detach the material from that monster, and if you do, all Djinn Xyz monsters you currently control gain 500 attack. So we can boost himself up to 2200 by removing a material. I don't think that'll be too good, because early on, a lot of the Xyz monsters will be not the best. Everyone has to run them. Unless you're running a deck that's specifically Synchro-based or Fusion-based where you can't tech anything in, like Invoked, you're probably going to be running Xyz as much as possible. But yeah, so he's kind of a counter to Xyz archetype-based. But he seems a little hard to get out, doesn't have the best stats. I don't think he's going to be played too much. People may see him because, like, I don't know if we have the best level 3s. He's only level 3 Xyz monster we know. So if you get out multiple level 3s, you're going to be running this card in your extra deck. Just so you can counter some other strategies. Because if you actually remove all the counters from Utopia, he'll destroy himself, so that's pretty good overall. We have Bronk, who has wind-ups and his 10 ARCHDUKE. Let's see, this one does once per turn, so he requires 3 level 4. Wow. This one is 2 level 3s. Yeah, this is 3 level 4 monsters, so it needs 3 monsters. Once per turn, so I'm thinking magnets right away. Let's see, once per turn during either player's turn, you can attach 1 Xyz material, then target 1 monster your opponent controls, change the battle position. Flip monster effects are not activated. That is actually really good. It does take a few more materials, because you need 3, but there's enough decks that can spam out 3 monsters pretty easy, I believe. Where it's not too bad. If you're not like in too much of a rush strategy with your magnets, like you don't get them in the graveyard right away, but you can pick them off to affect your opponent. It's both players' turns. If it was just yours, it'd be terrible. But it's basically an extra deck that you can run for most decks. You can run level 4, so you just put in your extra deck, and you have a 3 monster. What's that one? Element Saber, the Dark Element Saber guy effect. Without the discard, it just does it right away. You just have to have three times to do it. So we got Wind Up Honeybee. So the only wind up we have that's actually effective, like there's one that can stop attacks, one that can change defense. The only really good one we have is Wind Up Juggler, who can remove after battling your opponent's monster from the field. When this card's destroyed by battle, it's into the graveyard. You can summon a level 4 or lower wind-up monster from your deck. I don't think that's too relevant. It's probably one of the better wind-up cards that we have, because you can summon out Juggler from this, which is pretty good. So it's definitely a deck you can play, but I don't think it's going to be too powerful from what the decks we have currently, at least. Ooh, Weights and ZENMAISURES. Target 2 face-up wind-up monsters you control with different levels. Your opponent chooses one of them, and the levels of the other monster become the same. Okay, so you have 2 different levels. They may choose one. And then if you have... until the end of the turn, and then if they choose the lower level, you will draw a card. Okay, so... you would need to have a very powerful Xyz monster to force them to choose the lower level, and still have the lower level be somewhat viable so you don't just get screwed into a bad situation where you summon out your like Tempo because it's level 3 and then you can't do anything. So I could see play. We really need to see more wind-ups before we decide how the deck will go. We don't really have that many good wind-ups. We don't have for wind-ups a way to summon more than one monster fast, is the best way to put that. So Xyz summoning is not the most optimal way currently. It may be in the future, but... let's see, we got Tori Meadows. We have her ace monster, I believe. Tin Archduke was his. Utopia should be Yuma's. Fairy Cheer Girl. 2 level 4 fairy type monsters. So for specifics, you have to use fairies. Okay. You can detach 1 Xyz monster from this card. Xyz material, I mean. Draw 1 card. You can only use the effect once per turn. So... with the Sanctuary in the Sky, you don't take damage from having fairies destroyed. You get to draw, so I'm kind of thinking counter fairies, because counter fairies can get multiple level 4s, but it seems weird to want to ever get rid of any counter fairy, because anything you have level 4 in the field like gives you so much advantage for negating your opponent's effects. It'd be better almost to run like Utopia, so you can like negate attacks and then have like other means to do other things. Let's see here. So we got see, I don't see that doing too much. It's nice. You can tuck it in if you have run fairies, but I don't see too much personally there. Let's see, ARCHLORD ZERATO. Let's see here. Here I'm gonna take a look at the. Let's see. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by attributing 1 face-up Warrior of Zera. Let me check that up quick. Okay, so Warrior of Zera is a 1600 attack normal warrior monster. Basically overall. So you can summon that out with Unexpected Die pretty easily if you want to do that. But let's say you basically can almost special summon by attributing 1 Warrior Zera on your side of the field. Well, Sanctuary of Sky is on the field. That's specific. If Sanctuary of Sky is on your side of the field, by discarding 1 light monster card from your hand to the graveyard, destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field. So discard Raigeki. If Sanctuary of the Sky is not on your field, this effect is not applied. So you need the field spell. And you need to run a noble monster and this. So it's like really... it'd be a fun deck to play, but it doesn't sound very good, is the best way I can look at that one. Yeah, that's the best way you can describe that. Like, its effect is fantastic, but it's like... you need 3 cards to get it out, advantage-wise. So you need, like, Unexpected Die, or just draw the card and normal summon it. You need Zerato, and you need Sanctuary. So you need 3 cards of your 4 to 5 card hand. And then you need other cards to be, like, Negation and other possible cards. So I don't see those 3 combo pieces being too reliable. That's just from what we have so far. So we'll see. Let's see what we've got here. STELLARNOVA Wave. Once per turn during your main phase of your opponent's battle phase, you can summon 1 Tellarknight monster from your hand. So, Tellarknights. I don't know much about Tellarknights. I know they're in Xyz deck that were kind of busted in the OCG. They hit a lot of cards in the ban list. I think it's a lot because of the Xyz monsters specifically. Let's see. Because they basically just they stack, like the Xyz summon, and they stack another one. Like, so I think they did something like that. I think like there's like that one and the Zodiacs, like those 2 decks would do that. Let's see. Oh, so we got a full drop pool. So we got. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this. So you can see here we have our GAGAGA Magician, the 3 they showed us. Then Reload. We get another Reload. Get another Gamshura. Get another. I mean, I guess Gamshura makes sense because he did use this. Like, this card was one of the ones he used. before, but like Dimension Gate and Reload, I don't really see a point there. I mean, I guess the normals don't really matter too much, but I would have liked to see more than just 3 drops worth getting. Like, over realistically, there's like they could have added a few more, just other cards. That's how I see that. Like, look at this, like Bio Falcon. That's like a crawler drop, very easy to get. I have like so many of them. Toy Soldier I guess Toy Soldier makes sense just because he's like a toy deck. I'm surprised we don't have Emperor. Like, take out Bio Falcon and put in Toy Emperor. Like, I don't understand why that's not a thing. Like, having 3 Toy Emperor. I think we already have 2 or 3 Toy Emperor. Yeah, we have 3 Toy Emperor. Like, having 3 would not be at all a problem in this situation. Wind Up Honeybee makes sense. It's good. The wind ups are fine. Wind ups make sense. He's a toy duelist, so all that makes sense. Crowning, sure. I'm a little more happier with him, but like Battle Falcon should be just Emperor overall. It wouldn't make too much difference, I guess, but Tori, we got our ZERATO, Stellar Knight. I guess it makes sense to have Divine Punishment and Herald the Abyss. I wish he had kind of wishing one of her drops was the Sanctuary in the Sky, and the reason being is because she's so reliant on it with her ZERATO. She has a Searcher for it, she has the Negation for it, but you can only get it through Card Trader, like the not Card Trader, the tickets, the rare tickets. So that's like something I just picking out there. And this is Gadget Arms, that's like before stuff. So yeah, that's all the Zexal leaks, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually going to look at all the decks we currently have and probably release a video within the next week. I'm going to try to do it a few days at least before Zexal drops. I'm going to go rewatch the anime. And yeah, I'm going to go see what kind of decks we have and see if any of these Xyz monsters make any deck have a little more playability. Or how that would work overall. See which decks work better with Xyz monsters. So far we only have level 4s and level 3s. I'm hoping level 7s, because Red Eyes, please. Level 7s. I don't know what level 7, but I don't know. I mean, like, the ones that give us are probably the 2 busted, like the Big Eye, no. Red Eyes, the Red Eyes one just break the game. Every time you use an effect, burn 500, nah, that'd be too strong. So we'll see, but I'm hoping they'll probably take his burn damage in half, because 500 for every effect is, like, scary. Especially for, like, what else it does. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of decks and videos you want to see in the future. I appreciate you guys. Keep fusioning. Let's go Slash.